Actually, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Kirsten Morley, your certified emotion code and body code practitioner. Um, Basically what an emotion code practitioner is. Actually, what is the emotion code? So the emotion code is an energy healing technique that helps you to identify and literally release negative trapped emotions. Trapped emotions are basically like harmful emotional energies from negative past events. Trapped emotions can cause depression, anxiety. They can block you from feeling love, happiness, and they can kind of cause the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual discomfort. Um, Trapped emotions are made of energy just like the rest of the body, so it can exert an influence on the physical tissues, which can cause, the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual discomfort or pain. And then by releasing those trapped emotions energetically, it makes conditions right for your body to heal, because your body was made to heal itself. And when the emotional baggage, you have all of that emotional baggage that's holding you back, or kind of making you feel stuck. So when you release those trapped emotions, the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual discomfort or pains either go away completely or they become a lot more manageable. So, and then again, this is just called the emotion code. I also use the body code. I'm certified in both of those. And then I also like to talk about the heart wall. So the heart wall is when the heart wall is made of trapped emotions. So the emotions that so these emotions can actually be created around your heart, creating this wall that can kind of block you from feeling like your fullest, or, it's your body's self-defense mechanism that actually, let me back up here. So if you have any of these 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall: anxiety, depression, PTSD, low energy, fatigue, major health issues, foggy mission life, relationship issues. So this is like giving and receiving love, and then abundance and wealth issues. If you have any of these 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall. So what this is like when we go through trauma or abuse, our body has a natural self-defense mechanism to protect your heart, because your heart's the most important organ in the body. So when you go through those emotions, or when you go through those experiences, super severe ones usually, these traumas that you are going through, or really emotional times, it's basically like your body is like scooping up these emotions, and these emotions can physically distort, like they can hurt you, like break apart your heart. So to prevent that, your body has that self-defense mechanism. So when you go throughout life, and those emotions become too much for you, or for your heart, your body will scoop up the emotions and place layers over your heart, creating that wall. So what happens when how do you actually get rid of it? So it typically takes anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions to release the heart wall completely. And then once that heart wall is gone, then those 10 typical symptoms either go away completely or they become a lot more manageable. So that's basically all it is. We just release trapped emotions and you feel better. So I help with anxiety. I've helped with blood pressure. I've helped with so many different things. Anything physical, mental, emotional, spiritual discomfort. Bring it on. Yes.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I am just reveling in what's been going on in the past week or so with TikTok and the past year of my life. The story is amazing. It's couldn't even begin to tell you how something so good has come out of something that has been pretty bad. So it's been a really unique journey.
Yes, I love that. I love the healing journey, because I've been on a healing journey for the last 5 or 6 years, and it's been amazing. So I can only imagine like what you're going through, right?
Yeah, very cool, but it's crazy. It's ups and downs, but it's so worth it when you look back. And it's actually been 2 years, realistically about 2 years, but past year especially, it's been amazing.
Yes. Aw, that's awesome. Well, cool. So, you know what I do, right? You
Yes,
know? Okay, so you're familiar with how things work, and
I am.
perfect, perfect. So let's get all of your information really quick, and then we'll dive into the session. Do you have any questions before we get into that?
Nope. Let's just roll.
Okay, so how young are you?
I am 52.
52. You do not look 52. Okay, and then what issue are we working with for you?
Letting go of some severe um, betrayal.
Betrayal. Was this a relationship, romantic, or was this
My It was my wife.
okay. Oh, that like hits deep. I'm so sorry. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the betrayal?
106.
Out of 10?
Yeah, 106. It's
106. I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down. Okay, we're gonna have a quick moment of silence and then we'll get to it. Are you an empath? Like,
I have been told I am. I've never personally dove into it enough to understand it enough, but I have been told I am. It's one of those things, I guess you kind of know you are. Ever since I was a little kid, everybody always comes to me. Everybody comes to me for everything. Like, how do you know? How do you know? I'm like, I don't know how I know. I just know. So I would have to say yes, but I've never personally been said like, yep, you are, if that makes sense.
so yeah, but so I feel like there's different types of empaths. I feel like some empaths are just like prone to absorbing everybody else's shit and it's exhausting. Like you feel like you feel like you have to take on everybody else's burdens, you feel like you have to help people, you feel like that's just who you are as a person. You're very empathizing. Does that make sense? Does that describe you?
I don't like to take on everybody's stuff, but as far as being a problem solver, yeah, that's definitely who I am. No
A
question.
people pleaser?
Um,
Sometimes. A
to
recovering people pleaser?
yeah, yeah, that's absolutely accurate. Yes, I would have to say yes to an extent.
Okay, 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 we'll do it. So, we'll have, let's see. So betrayal, 106 out of 10. So we'll ask,
You can ask me anything you want. You don't have to be shy. Not at all.
no, I'm just tapping into your energy, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Um, you've gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So let's ask, what is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this feeling of betrayal?
The
Five.
lack of understanding behind the why. There was no justification for it. None. And those are her words, not mine. There was no justification for it at all.
I doubt that. I doubt that a lot, actually, because there's always a reason.
Oh, the reason is, and this is again her words, not mine. The reason is she said flat out, "This is my selfish behavior. This had nothing to do with you. Great husband, great man, great everything. I thought I wanted all this. I didn't, and I'm gone."
I'm so sorry. Okay,
Appreciate it.
we're gonna release a whole bunch of emotions. So the first emotion that came up was creative insecurity, and we'll ask, what is the biggest? Sorry, when did this occur? Age 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16, age 16. We need to know more about this, so we're gonna go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this feeling of betrayal? Maybe 1 through 5. Dread. When did this reach 10, 20, 30, 20, 7, 6, 5, age 25? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this betrayal? Maybe 1 through 5. Creative insecurity. Creative insecurity is kind of like an insecurity to create things. So it's kind of like writer's block, or it's like feeling like you are, those creative juices are just like gone. So when did this reach 10, 20, 30, 40, 90, 7, 6, 5, age 35? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release on that's causing this feeling of betrayal, maybe even on 1 through 5. Conflict. When did this pretend? Age 10. We need to know more. Are you recognizing any of these emotions?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Did we release that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release on that's causing this feeling of betrayal? Maybe even on 1 through 5. Terror. Kind of like being terrified. When did this pretend? Age 10. We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now? That is causing this betrayal. Maybe not 1 through 5. Dread. When did this pretend? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Age 4. Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. That was a big one. Did we release that? Do you recognize that one?
Yep.
Whew. Yep, there we go. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this betrayal? Maybe even on 1 through 5. Unsupported. When did this 10, 20, 30, 28, 7, 6, 5, age 25? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this betrayal? Maybe 2, 4. Guilt. When did this 10, 20, age 20? Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release that's causing this betrayal? Maybe even 2, 4. Frustration. When did this 10, 20, age 20? Do we need to know more about this? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release that's causing this betrayal? Okay, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around, give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. I'm expecting you to do the twerking with me, okay?
I'll give you the booty in there, but that's about all you get.
Yes. Woo! All right, go ahead and take a really big deep breath for me. How do you feel?
Pretty amazed that you're keying on certain ages that a lot of stuff happened to me. That's pretty amazing. Age 25 is huge. Age 25 is when my first wife betrayed me like this one did.
No.
Age 25 is also when I lost a child at birth.
No.
Age 25 was a big time. Big time.
Oh my gosh.
That's when I became a single father. I raised my daughter by myself. 6 months old, she split. Raised my daughter by myself. Yeah.
I'm literally like speechless right now. And what?
You said age 4. Age 4 was the first time I was molested.
No.
You said age 10. Age 10 was the beginning of a 3-year molestation from my cousin. You said age 16. That was when I confronted my cousin. Excuse me, that was when I confronted my father for his physical abuse and verbal abuse in the household. Yeah. You hit ages. I mean, I'm listening to you and I'm like, wow.
I literally have like goosebumps right now. I'm gonna cry because you have been through so much.
That's the tip of the iceberg. And I've been through a lot. And I've also I'm not going to sit here and be holier than thou. I have put people through stuff too. I know I have.
Right.
So, but I've come to a point in my life where I've learned my lessons from my mistakes of my past. I've done the work to do a lot of the healing from a lot of the things that I've done wrong and have been done wrong to me. I'll tell you what, for me, I found a therapist that was like talking to my brother. And, I've been talking to him off and on for 15 years. and he's retired now, and I can still pick up the phone and call him anytime I want, because he will call me on my stuff, which is he talks to me like when I do my videos. He talks to me. That's how he talks to me. That's because that's who I am. I'm just not a sugarcoater. I'm just not. I understand that can rub people wrong sometimes, but everything I do comes from my heart, because my heart has been broken so many times in so many different ways.
Oh my gosh.
He said that to me recently, and there was a time in my life where I was extremely prideful, that I needed that. Look what you did. Look what you did for me. I needed that pat on the back. This whole TikTok thing, where I got to meet people like you and friends all over the world now, started off as you said creative
insecurity.
The writing part, that has been my outlet. I write every day. My current ex, we celebrated. Well, we didn't celebrate. We just passed. Ironically, today was 7 years. Today was the 7-year anniversary. She left in January, but today was 7 years, and we're still married. So that's how I have to look at it, you know. But
Yeah.
he received a poem, at least one poem every single day, about how I love her. She's over 5,000 over 7 years. I write. That's my outlet. I go to the gym when I need to let out the physical frustration, and I write. That's what I do. Creator's block. That was the one thing that didn't click. Like, that's not it. I don't know what it meant, but that was the only thing that I was like, I don't understand that one.
So creative insecurity can mean a lot of different things, not necessarily just like writer's block, but it could also mean like creating relationships. It can mean creating what is like nurturing relationships. So like if you have a hard time with that, or a lot of the times it's creative insecurity is sometimes like putting yourself out there to create things or nurture things, and sometimes if you feel blocked, then it's really hard to do that in certain areas of your life. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah. And so, to every wow and all that, I humbly thank you. I appreciate it. I do.
I am so grateful that I was able to do this for you. Like, holy crap, you definitely deserve it. So I am so happy. So let's ask, because you were feeling betrayal out of 106 out of a 10. How do you feel now? Do you feel like any shifting, any changes? Do you feel like you're lighter or?
Oh anything? Yeah, it's anytime you can openly discuss something that genuinely hurts you, and sounds silly, somebody who kind of knows me but doesn't know me, like you know me from videos, like I know you from videos, but I don't know you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when people are real on their videos, and they're not doing it for the views, and they're not doing it for the likes, and because that's not why I'm doing this. This is part of my healing journey. That's exactly what this whole thing, intended to be, or started out to be. And I for 80 something thousand people now, I only started this in March, for 80 something thousand people to relate in some way to what I'm going through or what I've been through, and then what my journey in the healing process has been can help them maybe even start theirs, or get to a point. It's something I never dreamed of. I knew this was part of who I am, and where I'm supposed to go, and my calling in a lot of respects, but I never understood that this would be the platform that would get there. So to go back to your question, do I feel lighter? Yeah, I do. It's because of the trust you engender. It's not necessarily because of the words I'm speaking, because you engender trust instantly, and which I think, from what I've been told, I do as well too. But I also know in doing that, I trust very easily. So it's very easy for me to be betrayed, because right. I'm 100. If I tell you I'm all in, I'm all in. There's right. No anybody who knows me. I am all. If I say I'm doing it, it is do it till it's done. Period. End of story. And this is where my focus will be, whether it's raising my kids, coaching football, my relationship. I am all in. There's nothing. There's no backdoor stuff. There's no secrets. There was at a time. It's just not where I am now. You know, growth.
That's amazing. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the betrayal now?
Well, the betrayal still sucks, but
Well, of course, but the feeling of betrayal, how would you rate that?
I would tell you it no longer feels like 106. I don't want
Perfect.
to tell you that. I won't tell you that it's gone, because it's not.
And that's the thing, I don't expect it to be, because that's not like, I'm not like, let's release all of it and you feel better 100%. It's more of like, I prefer progress rather than, anything. So
I live by the saying, trust the process.
yep.
Process will take as long as it takes. The video that went crazy says you're tired, but it's not the kind of tired because you just want to go to sleep. It's the tired because your soul is tired, because you've been carrying around all this stuff. The rest comes with the healing, and it takes time. People ask, well, how long does it take? I can't answer the question of how long your healing journey is going to take you, because I don't A, what you're dealing with, B, how long you've been dealing with it, or more importantly, how long have you not dealt with it? C, what steps are you taking? Are you seeing a therapist, or are you just saying this happened and you're not? People want to say, when's the healing end? Well, did your journey actually begin? Did you start to look at the stuff that broke your heart? Did you start to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what did you contribute to breaking your own heart?
Exactly.
And no way for me to answer that unless you have a conversation like this.
Right.
I tell people all the time, the timeline, I can't tell you. I can tell you, trust the process, keep putting in the work, deal with the rough, nasty stuff that sucks, cry on, and when it happens, it'll happen.
Exactly. Super cool. Well, I'm really happy for you, and I really am so oh my gosh, I lost the word. I'm so grateful that I was able to work on you today. So
thank you for being you, being
thank you,
willing, being so. You're good people. You're good people.
Thank you. Is it okay if I put this on my YouTube channel? Are you okay with that?
Do whatever you want with my stuff. I don't. That's what we're all about.
Perfect. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful night.
You as well. You be blessed. Take care. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.